In 2008, Elon Musk was on the verge of losing everything. Tesla was running out of money, investors were losing confidence, and bankruptcy seemed inevitable. Yet within 2 decades, Tesla would become one of the most valuable companies in the world. Our story begins far before the headlines. In the relentless mind of a young entrepreneur who seemed determined to build his way into the future, Elon Musk first made his mark by chasing bold ideas others considered too risky. He co-founded Zip2, then helped create X.com, which later became PayPal. Each success gave him more capital, more credibility, and a reputation for taking on problems that looked too big for ordinary founders. But Musk was not interested in ordinary. He wanted to change industries that had barely changed for a century. That ambition led him to Tesla Motors, a small electric vehicle startup with a big dream and almost no safety net. Tesla was not initially Musk's company, but he became its key backer and eventually took the wheel as its most driving force. The mission sounded simple and impossible at the same time: prove that electric cars could be desirable, fast, and commercially viable. In the beginning, Tesla was more experiment than empire. Inside the early workshops, the team fought through delays, design setbacks, and constant doubts from the outside world. Building the first Roadster was like racing a storm while assembling the car at the same time. Every milestone seemed to come with another obstacle. Costs climbed, timelines slipped, suppliers worried, industry veterans dismissed the idea that a startup could challenge the giants of Detroit and win. Then came the financial crisis of 2008, and the pressure became almost unbearable. Markets froze, capital disappeared, and Tesla's cash reserves thinned to a dangerous line. Inside boardrooms and factory floors, the atmosphere changed from confidence to survival. Musk was forced to make brutal decisions, personally risking his fortune to keep the company alive. At one point, a failure to secure funding could have ended everything. The company was one missed payment away from collapse. But the turning point arrived in a series of tense, high-stakes moments. Tesla secured critical financing, and the survival of the company became a story of persistence as much as intelligence. The Roadster finally reached the market, and it did something far more important than generate sales. It changed perception. It proved that an electric vehicle could be exciting, premium, and technologically advanced. That was the first crack in the old automotive wall. What followed was even more ambitious. Tesla launched the Model S, a sedan that stunned the industry with its range, performance, and sleek design. Suddenly, Tesla was no longer a startup to be doubted, it was a company to be watched. The Model X, with its dramatic falcon wing doors, pushed the brand further into the public imagination. Then came the Model 3, designed to bring electric driving to the mainstream. Each launch expanded Tesla's reach and reinforced a simple but powerful message: the future was no longer theoretical. Behind the scenes, Tesla grew into more than a car company. It became a technology company, a battery company, a software company, and a symbol of vertical integration. Gigafactories rose like monuments to scale and ambition. Dynamic charts climbed, production lines accelerated, over-the-air updates turned cars into evolving products. Autopilot and energy storage innovations pushed Tesla into conversations about transportation, infrastructure, and the broader transition to sustainable energy. The company's rise was not smooth, and it was never guaranteed. It was built on urgency, disruption, and the willingness to endure years of skepticism for the chance to define a new era.